All right, so we have a different angle for today. I have been contemplating things in my life, obviously. Um, I have not made a video in a couple weeks because, and I'm going to mix chemo and selling together in this video because, you know what, it's just my life right now. And it is what I'm doing. I am still reselling and I am still going very actively going through chemo treatment. Um, the last 2 weeks were horrific, like wishing your life would end. Horrific. Um, I was on a chemo protocol called Red Devil, and many people have heard about it. It is one of the most excruciating chemo treatments out there. But anyway, I am done. I'm done with AC. I'm done with it's called andreomycin, the Red Devil. And yesterday I started my next 12 weeks of Taxol. And the big thing with Taxol, the big thing is neuropathy. And so I get to wear these like they're like flippers. And maybe I'll put a picture up somewhere. My daughter took a picture of me in them, and they're ice packs, and you're got to keep your hands and feet on ice basically to numb the nerve endings so that neuropathy doesn't happen. Basically, that's just kind of very simple thing. So today I feel pretty good, actually. And in the back of my mind is one of the girls that I talked to in our BC group. And she said that when she went on Taxol, she felt like she got her life back. So I'm really hoping. I know that there are a few days ahead that will be challenging, but not as challenging. Like last 2 weeks, I pretty much 14 days, I spent about 11 on the couch in darkness. I didn't eat, didn't drink. I was depressed. I was in pain. I was tired beyond belief. You have no idea. There is no one on this earth who has not gone through chemo who can tell me that they can match the amount of fatigue that you can get on chemo. I don't care who you are. I don't care. There's nothing. It's just unfathomable. But anyway, I am like now looking forward. I have 11 more weeks of chemo. Then I'll have 3 weeks to a month off. I will have surgery, and I don't know how off on that. And then I'll go into radiation, and then we'll be done with this. And even though we'll be done with this, I'm still going to have some, who knows? There's all, people talk about PTSD. They talk about mental, whatever. I'm pretty strong mentally. I worked in a jail, my goodness. So I don't know. We'll see. But I want to make this video because I'm not sure how I'm going to move forward on social media, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to continue on social media. I don't know. I really just don't know at this point. It doesn't seem like my social media is growing. And of course, right now, the big setback with the cancer. So I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, is make a video. My sales are still pretty low. I have not been able to get out and thrift for a while. I did about 3 weeks ago. There was actually an estate sale across the street, and I didn't even know it. And somebody who I didn't even know knew where I lived texted me and said, "Hey, we're right across the street. Can we come see you?" And I didn't respond because I really don't feel like company right now. So when the coast was clear, then I walked over and actually found some decent things. And it was the last day of the sale. I had no idea, because you don't get out of your house that much. So I got some things there. There's a very early church sale tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make it. We'll see. Everything is like that. we'll see. I make plans, but it's all we'll see. I was supposed to go out with my son tonight, and I've made the decision for the next 11, 12 weeks. I don't want to go out and do any public dining. I don't want to eat in a restaurant. And I'm going to mask up when I go out. Prior to this set of chemo, I was getting just to make it simple, a white blood cell boost shot every 2 weeks. So I didn't have to really worry about masking up. I didn't have to worry about so much about germs. But now I do, because I'm not going to get that shot. And if my white, red, or platelets drop, they will postpone my chemo, and I don't want that. I don't want that. And even when I saw the doctor yesterday, he tried to, he didn't try to, but he was just like, you can wait one more week. And I was like, nope, because for the next couple weeks, I'll still have the red devil in me. So it's going to it'll still be kind of active in me along with the Taxol. But I said, no, I want to go. And he kind of grinned, and I'm like, let's do this. What worse could happen is me be on the couch for another 7 days? No, let's do it. And he kind of patted me on the back. And of course, there's a little bit of a fear when you first get Taxol. It has the probability of being very highly, I don't know how to explain it. You can get hives. You can go into anaphylactic shock. It can mess with your heart rate. And so, but I passed all that. I didn't have, not an issue at all. So, and a little bit of a worry next week about that, but after that, it's not going to happen. But believe me, they pump you so full of antihistamines and Benadryl, and got a steroid going, and your saline pack, and it's just like, yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot. And my cancer is not grave. It's not, all cancer is, and I don't want to sound like, it isn't. How did somebody tell me? It's not an Olympic, it's not an Olympic race. It's not a medal, but there are people who are receiving chemo just to extend their lives. And mine, by the grace of God, as far as we know, because we don't really know till you get in there, is not major. It hasn't spread. It's small. It caught early. And I look around me and I just see people who are just getting horrific chemo just to extend their lives. And it just makes me so sad. And it made me really sad the last couple weeks, because here I am whining and feeling so sorry for myself, because I'm on the couch for 2 weeks and I just can't, period. And there's people who are just fighting for their lives, So sometimes we have to put things into perspective. But with all of that, I have survived Red Devil, and in 11 weeks I will ring the bell and I will move forward in my life. It's been challenging. When I had my biopsy and the clip put in, like it's a tracer basically, so that everyone, like anything that I have done, mammograms or things like that, they'll know that there was something there. They'll probably know by the massive amount of tissue that won't be there anymore, but after surgery. But where was I going with that? Chemo brain. I couldn't even remember my granddaughter's name this morning. I was talking to my daughter-in-law, and I literally went, and I already told my kids that this would happen. And I don't have Alzheimer's. It's just literally a thing. It's ridiculous. Like, I went and had to pick up a medication today, and the guy asked me my zip code, and I was like, hold on, I know my zip code. So I told my kids, I said, if I happen to call you from somewhere and say, I don't know how to get home, come get me. But I don't think that'll happen. But you just don't know. You got to prepare for everything. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But anyway, I had to move all my totes down off the top shelf. And even though now I can reach and do that, once I have my surgery, I'm going to be back in the same position. So I'm not, and if you keep me looking, I'm watching a squirrel pretty much, he's just been laying on this tree branch for hours. He's just chilling there. But anyway, I just figured I would just leave the totes down, but it's created such a mess and a disaster downstairs. It's so hard to find things. But everything is temporary, and I'm a very neat and organized person. So sometimes when I go down there, I just have to bite my lips and know that it'll work out. And I do have a friend who does want to help me because she wants to learn how to do everything. I just don't know if I'm going to be ready or prepared to do that through all of this. Right now, I'm just trying to get my sales up and to cover all the medical bills and, everything else. It's been challenging, especially during summer slowdown. I, was like, how am I going to do all this? And you just do it. You just keep moving forward. That's all you do. That's all you can do. You plan not to plan, and then you just keep planning, and you just work with what you have. Sometimes I was only sending out 3 items a day, but I was sending them out. You just keep going, and that's what you have to do. I didn't like the fact that I had to trust my carrier because they have not been the best. And this time they have. They've done really, really good. I've gone out and met them. I've talked with them. I give them snacks. And at Christmas time, I'll give them something. I don't know what. I usually give them gift cards. I guess they're not allowed to take gift cards, but I give them gift cards, to Starbucks or someplace. We have some new places opening up here, and I'll probably get them some cards there. But, yeah, so that's where I've been, and that's kind of where I'm thinking. And I know it takes a lot to make your channel grow, and I love to interact, and I just haven't. I don't know. What do you guys want to hear? I mean, there's so many influencers out there. Like, what can I offer you that's any different from any of them? I don't know. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time, especially moving on. I'm going to focus more on my kids. And, they're all grown. They don't live with me anymore. I have grandkids. Things are just going to be different. There's some things I want to do. My daughter and I are already planning to go to Italy. So once I get my energy back up and I can actually do a trip like that, we're going to go to Italy. We've been talking about that for years. And I have people there. And hold on, let me see. We've been trying to practice saying the name Rascaligna. That is my people's town. So that's where we want to go. It's like a 3.5 hour bus ride. Well, there's a train ride to a certain part, and then you have to take a bus to the actual town. Very small. I think they only have like 2 restaurants, but I want to go. I want to go there. And so that's something we were going to do. And also I want to go back home. Back home is in Ohio. I want to enjoy Briar Hill Pizza. Come on, people. Briar Hill Pizza is amazing. I want to have it one more time. I probably will not go back home after that. There's no reason. There's really no family there. I have some friends there, and of course we'll get together. But I think it's time for my friends to come visit me, come to St. Louis. And then I want to go on an Amtrak place ride, maybe to Colorado. I don't know. But I find the Amtrak website extremely difficult to navigate and to set up. So I've tried to do it a few times, kind of, to see how much and how long. And Yeah, but that's some things, those are just some things I want to do. I don't really have a bucket list. I still don't have a bucket list. I just want to be with my family. We have thought about and buying some property and making a family compound where we would all have our individual houses but live on the same property. I would love that. I always told them growing up that if I could afford a mansion, we would all have a wing and we would live in it forever. And they said no. So I don't know whether the compound thing will ever happen, but it's definitely something that we've all talked about. Who knows? Again, you plan not to plan. So this is my video. If you hear me at all, leave me some feedback. Is anything that I say worth it to you? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting your time? What content is really important to you? What do you want to see, hear? I'll probably continue sharing. I'll probably have to buy a new phone because it keeps doing that. Not enough storage. And I don't have anything on this phone. It's just one of those things. I have an older phone. I actually have the 12 Pro. It's time for an update. I just am, again, medical bills, dragging my feet. Got to do what you got to do. So you guys have a great day. But tell me do you want to hear from me? I'm just curious. All right. Bye.